Good morning students. Myself Arshdeep Kaur, a member of Shiv Jyoti Educational Group Kota. Today we are here to discuss the revision from your book First Flight. We would be dealing with one of the chapters, that is the first chapter of your book First Flight and A Letter to God, and the second poetry, that is Fire and Ice. So let us begin. A Letter to God. Open your book's First Flight and come to page number 5 of it. Lencho, a farmer, hopes of good rain to have a good crop. So this story, the main character is Lencho. He was a farmer and he just hoped that there should be a good rain this year. Lencho used to live in a valley, and over there the only house was of Lencho, and Lencho said the house scenery has been described that at the valley where he is living, there he could see the river, he could see the grasslands and much more things. He is a farmer and the crops are there. The only thing missing is the rains. So Lencho just demanded that there should be a lot of rain coming, and he demanded that his wife is cooking inside. So he just said that if this year rain would come, then definitely we would have a good harvest. Lencho moved inside to have the lunch, but at the time he was having the lunch, there was cold breeze going outside. He thought that if rain will come along with hailstones, then what will happen to my crops? The raindrops were like the coins. This is very important line. Lencho has described raindrops like the coins. Why? Because raindrops will come, then the harvest would be good, the crops would be in the best way, grown in the best way, and it will produce coins. Coins means money for Lencho, and the whole year they would be very happy. So that is why Lencho said that raindrops were like the coins. The raindrops over there were like what? It were like the coins to them. Large hailstones came along with the rain. Large hailstones were coming. Now Lencho wanted that rain should come, but there were large hailstones that come in the field. The whole field just looked like white ice sheets, and the whole crops were destroyed. Everything that was there in the field, that was destroyed. Single hope for Lencho was help from God. Now Lencho was really worried. The whole night he just thought what to do. But he had a very strong faith in God, and he thought that God would definitely help me out. He would come and save me from this particular crisis. Lencho wrote a letter to the God to help him. Now Lencho decided that I will narrate my situation to the God in the form of a letter, and he decided that I will write the letter to God. In that particular letter, Lencho wrote that he requires 100 pesos for the upcoming year till the time the new harvest will come. Why so? Because Lencho calculated that he required new crops, seeds, he required money to carry out the daily activities of life. In totality, he would be requiring 100 pesos. Pesos is the currency that is used in the cities of Latin America. So over there he was just thinking that I require money, and in the letter he wrote that, dear God, I require 100 pesos from you so that I could carry out my livelihood. Seeing this letter, postmaster and other employees laughed at Lencho's letter to God. Now postmaster and employees, when they saw, they started making fun of him, that how stupid the person is. He has written a letter to God, whom we would deliver this letter, and they started making fun. But postmaster was a kind-hearted person. He understood. He said that do not make fun of him. See his pure soul. He has written a letter, sent a letter to the God, and he wants us that we should help him out. Postmaster decided to help Lencho. Postmaster decided to help Lencho. How did he help Lencho? Why so? Because Lencho just said that I wanted 100 pesos. So what actually happened? Lencho and the postmaster along with the employees just make some of the money and they just collected 70 pesos in together. Lencho got angry after getting 70 pesos. As I told you that the postmaster along with other employees collected 70 pesos. They opened the envelope that was containing the letter to God and put 70 pesos in that particular envelope. And what did they do? They write a letter, on it they write from God, and the envelope was closed. Next day, Lencho came up very hurriedly to the post office, and over there he just wanted to see that the God has replied. So children, you could see that how much faith Lencho was having on God, that he has come on the next day to see that whether the reply has been received or not to the post office. Lencho opened it and found only 70 pesos and he became very angry. Lencho called the employees of the post office a bunch of crooks. Why? Because Lencho was thinking that these employees have stolen his money. God has sent 100 pesos only, but these employees have opened his envelope and stolen 30 pesos from it, and he was very much puzzled why money has been stolen by them, and in anger he said bunch of crooks to the employees of post office. Then what happens? Lencho again wrote a letter to God to send him rest of the money. Lencho decided that now I will write again a letter. In the second letter, Lencho said to the God that God, these post office members, employees have stolen my money. Can you please send me 30 more pesos? So in this story, we have seen that how faith could change up the things. Although his faith was there, although the situations were not good, but his faith that God would help him has made him managed with the things. Let us see some of the poetic devices used in the poem. Alteration. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. Rhyming scheme for the poem is A, B, A, B, C, B, C, B. This is the rhyming scheme. Question number 2. Why does the postmaster send money to Lencho? Why does he sign the letter God? Now, in this question, it's basically that why he is signing the letter as God. So, the postmaster was very much impressed from the faith that Lencho was having in God. So, he wishes to help him so that in his breakdown time also, he does not loses his hope from the God, and he decide to send Lencho the money, and he signs it as God only, so that he could get a message that God has helped himself and wrote a letter and has made him come out from this problem. So, that was the motive of the postmaster behind helping Lencho. Let us see the next question. How did the rain change? What happened to Lencho's field? A strong wind began to flow and the rains were all converted into hailstones, and due to these hailstones the fields were totally messed up. Everything, the corn fields, they were totally destroyed, the flowers and all were gone. So, there was no scope left with Lencho that could be seen. Let us see the extract. These aren't raindrops falling from the sky, they are the new coins. The big drops are 10-cent pieces and the little one are 5s. What change in the rain did Lencho notice a little later? When rain started coming, the weather conditions were getting worse, and Lencho realized that this rain has taken an ugly mode and converted into hailing. Now, what kind of coins did he see then? He see like silver coins, or he just imagined, he saw that hailstones, they are looking like the silver coins. How did these coins harm his cornfield? When these coins, means these hailstones, they were coming, they just destroyed the whole field and his crop, all things were destroyed. I hope you have understood this. Now we will be dealing with the poetry Fire and Ice. Students, now we will be revising the poem number 2 from your book First Flight. Open your book and come to page number 15. The name of the poem is Fire and Ice, written by Robert Frost. The poet talks about the two different beliefs regarding the end of the world. In this poem, basically the poet is talking about beliefs of the people. The poet has divided this whole universe, this world, into two parts. He says that people believe that earth will definitely come to an end, world will come to an end, and there are two different ways in which world will come to an end. For him, he has symbolized the word fire with passion, desires of the human, and the word ice with hatred. The poet says some of the people believe that world will be ended due to the desires, unlimited desires that we are portraying in ourselves, and on the other hand, some people believe that world will come to an end due to what? Due to the ice, that is hatred, things that they are carrying in themselves. Some people are in favor of fire, which symbolizes desire. Now, over here the poet from the word fire wants to tell that the human desires are too much. When we say the person is passionate towards it, we say that the person is on fire to get that thing. When you have a desire to achieve something, at that time what happens? You break away all the limitations that have been set up by you yourself. Those limitations are no more a barrier for you. And poet says that this fire which exists in every human being in the form of desire that he or she has. It could be desire to become something, it could be desire to have something, to get over to a place, to anything. So, any such desire could make the world go to end, come to an end. Why so? Because human desires keep on making it grow in life in such a stance that they forget that they are harming someone. And every human has desire in himself or herself. Somewhere or the other this desire is there that makes him do the work. So, poet says that basically when we talk about fire, at that time the poet is saying that the human beings, what do they do? They work in form of desire and destroy the world. And poet is saying, I am favoring this particular category of people, those who believe that the world will come to an end due to fire nature of the people, due to desires, passionate nature of the people. That is what? That is that they will destroy everything, all limitations would be crossed and the world will come to an end. On the other hand, other favors ice, which symbolizes hatred. Now, poet says that hatred is present in every person. What is hatred for the, we talk about in the form of ice? There are negative thoughts. We have a little amount of knowledge that we have gathered from our surroundings. And from that thing, from that knowledge, that little knowledge, we think if somebody says that person is like that, we develop a hatred in our mind, in our soul for that particular person. Negative thoughts conquer our mind all the time. That hatred, when it comes to its urge at very high point, we are whole day thinking that that person has done this with me, he has done that with me, he has said bad words for me, and somewhere down the line we are doing what? We are making the whole surroundings of us go in a bad way. The hatred in us symbolizes that we are getting conquered by the negative thoughts of our brain. So, poet is saying that in this world, somewhere or the other, hatred is so much widespread that if the world will come to an end, if the world will perish for the next time, for the second time, for the first time the world will come to an end due to fire, that is enormous human desires. But if for the second time the world will come to an end, it would be due to hatred that the persons are possessing in themselves. They are having so much hatred in their minds for the other people that definitely the world could come to an end because of such thing. The desire and the hatred amongst, desire over here symbolizes fire and hatred means ice, amongst people can lead the world to the end. So, poet is saying that world will come to an end, but the desire will definitely make it come to an end in a bad way for the first time, and for the second time it will come to an end due to what? Due to hatred that you people are carrying in your brains for the other persons, the mindset that we are carrying for the other person. So, we would get disturbed and we will definitely lead the world to an end. So, somewhere the poet has explained the contrasting behavior, that how the world will come to an end. Two different things have been told, one is fire and another is the ice, and both of them will make the world come to an end. I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. Suffice here means sufficient. How does the poet know about hate? The poet says that he knew about hate through personal experiences. He says that I have experienced that every human being is carrying that hatred in his soul for some another person, and that hatred, that negative thoughts will make the world come to an end. What is the rhyme scheme in the above lines? The rhyme scheme in the above lines is AB, AB. Mention any other two emotions which can be symbolized by ice. Ice can be symbolized as cruelty, rigidity and indifference. Ice means basically that how rigid you are, what indifference thought that your mind is carrying. What surprises the poet? Knowing that the world might end in ice surprises the poet. He is really surprising that hate could also make the world come to an end, and this is really a very bad thing. So, poet is really surprised because of this thing. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. In the above lines, whom does the word some refer to? So, some basically over here refers to the people, that some people think that world will end due to fire and some think it will end due to ice. What is the theme that the poet talks about in these lines? So, poet is basically discussing about what? It is discussing about end of the world. Mention two different opinions about the end of the world. People say that the world will end in fire or in ice. These are the two different opinions. Fire basically means the desires of the human, and ice over here symbolizes the hatred. I hope you all have understood it. Thank you.